All right, that's basically all set. Hello, hello.
How you doing?
Doing good. Setting up to check out new draft format.
I have no idea. I, I follow every time a new set is coming out and do actually still look at spoilers and stuff, but these days I just don't internalize them anymore.
Sure, sure.
Yeah.
And I've only done one draft. It was incomplete. Uh, so I've learned very little. So a lot to find in this format. The rumblings I have heard so far, it's early, obviously, first week. I've heard that it's a very bomb-heavy format.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Because because of two bits. Number one, the power level of the rares, but number two, the blood mechanic makes it a lot easier to just dig for whatever bomb matters.
Mm-hmm.
Blood being clues, but looting and cheaper. Created a lot cheaper as well.
Yeah. It's actually specifically tooling, isn't it? It's discard
Yeah,
first.
yes, it's start first. You can't do it on empty hand. It's yeah.
It's
But
part of cost to discard.
correct. Because otherwise they'd be very powerful.
They'd be ridiculous if they were. Yeah. For their cost, because it's only one to do it, right? It's one discard.
Yes, one discard draw, which makes it like, late game. It's easy to kind of keep gas going as long as you have enough, blood around.
So it's kind of like a sideways cycling mechanic, in its own way. You
Yeah,
use tokens for it, but there's a fair number of things that generate it.
and there's a number of cards that also use them.
Yeah.
For effects. But yeah, so that's
I
the
do know
main.
that there are 3 Draculas in this set.
There are 4 Draculas in this set.
Okay, there's one more Dracula now I was aware. Is a
Yeah.
Dracula of many different types of card.
Yeah. So there are 2. The most of Okay. So maximum Dracula. I think you can have 10 Drac
Mm-hmm.
plus a coffin.
Okay.
And in the coffin, there's a Dracula, but you can't let the Dracula out of the coffin because of the legend rule.
Right, yes, makes sense.
And then the way they're worded, they'll go back in the coffin. So,
Yes, okay.
but yeah, I think there are 4 Draculas.
The most important thing is that Dracula can be your commander. You can have a deck where Dracula is your commander now.
Correct.
Actual for real Dracula.
Correct. Powerful too. It's funny that Dracula is powerful because of its recursion, which normally isn't something you're super powerful on as a commander. You're just paying the tax or whatever. But legendary creature Dracula has a coffin and comes back.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, hold on? Can I see the Draculas? Let me see if I can see Draculas. Like if I
Okay,
go,
yeah, I also just brought it up. It's if you can't just bring up Dracula, it's Edgar Charmed Groom.
yeah. Not collected, please. Hold on, is there a way to... How do I look at alternate arts?
I have no idea.
Shit.
Also, this has very important extra.
Yeah, this has
art
a
as
secondary secret alternate art.
well. Of an incredibly important secondary secret alternate art because they just admitted.
Okay, here we are.
Exactly.
Here we are.
Here we go.
So you have Count Dracula.
Hmm?
Then we have
And then literally Alucard.
Literally Alucard. You might notice
Lit-
if you take a look at the
Ayane
credit.
Kojima.
Kojima, like, yes, it is the artist you think it is.
It is explicitly the artist you think it is, asked to do art in explicitly the style you think they did.
Yep.
It is 100% just admitting, yeah, Soren is pretty much Alucard.
Yeah, and then there's 4 different Sorens.
A lot of Sorens.
I'm interested.
They made one of them look like the actor who plays Geralt in the Witcher TV series.
Ah. But yeah, Soren, very powerful, by the way.
Yep.
+1 to Bob, -2 to make a flying lifelink. Like, you just lose the death touch on the
Vampire
Nighthawk.
Nighthawk without the first strike.
And then
No, sorry, death touch,
yeah,
not first strike.
But yeah, and then other Draculas. If I search Bat. Dracula.
Lord of Bats.
Lord
I
of
see.
Bats.
All right.
This is the card it normally is. It's Voldaren Bloodcaster.
Mhm.
But yeah, Lord of Blood becomes Lord of Bats. I guess the candles are made of blood. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and they also turn into bats,
Yeah.
which is also pretty cool.
Should I just search Dracula?
Oh, it turns out you can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then we have Dracula Blood Immortal.
It's so many Draculas.
Yeah. Then we have Dracula the Voyager, who is Edgar.
Yeah.
But also,
This is the one that's actually also the possible commander one,
Yeah.
I think.
yes, because it's a legendary creature. Also, the Casket of Native Earth.
Mhm.
For you to get stabbed in a very that's it. The end. Like
If Dracula extremely thins, yeah.
But yeah, the card though is quite good. 4/4 for 4, pump your team, and on death, like get in the coffin, make vampires. Then it was not by my hand that I was once again given flesh.
I was called here by vampire tokens who wish to pay me tribute.
Yeah. We also have a lot of other. Actually, if we search Dracula again, I turn off the color search. We get Castle Dracula.
Mhm.
Pretty cool.
Not really
card.
much of a creature of chaos.
No. This is just sort of. It's got a lot of bats in it.
That is true. Low on skeletons, though, as far as like castles filled with Dracula go.
And there's also Von Helsing, who is balancing a stake on a finger. Von Helsing's card is quite good, by the way. Whenever it trains, exile a creature from the battlefield or graveyard. When it leaves the battlefield, put them all into play. So can reanimate and such.
Interesting.
And then this is get rid of CMC3 creatures.
Seeing Van Helsing just reminds me how in Bram Stoker's Dracula, the movie, the one
Yes.
I forget who directed it,
Francis
Van
Ford
Helsing is
Coppola.
inexplicably a wizard for exactly one scene. He just can't teleport
Here's
for
the
one scene.
here's my favorite one.
Mhm.
Just it's because
It's Thalia.
Thalia's back.
Yep.
And
Original Thalia. I like that they've reprinted original Thalia in
Yep.
this set because, I mean, they don't need to, escalate the card every time. And I mean, the original Thalia was the better of the two anyway.
yeah. Harker. Do I get? Yeah, there's Jonathan. Not quite.
That even looks like they based him off of the one, the movie version of Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, the Keanu Reeves, Jonathan Harker. And then we've got
Quincy? Oh, right. At the end of the book,
Yes.
they named their child after Quincy Morris.
yes.
Forgot about that.
They said when they were doing this, they had an article talking about this where they I think it's 19 total cards doing this. And because they have to base on the book very specifically, so as to not get somebody to, you know, hit them for copyright, they had to dig fairly deep because, like, as far as characters go, you don't have a ton in that book.
You've got, well, you've got like the central like 4, and then you have Renfield. Is Seward in this? Because Seward's always the worst part to read. Is whenever he's talking.
How do you spell?
SEW. If I remember right. ARD. Yep, okay.
Yep.
Every time he says anything in the book, it is always because the way it's written is that it's written in the form of the bunch of different journals. And Seward's are always the worst because the way that he talks is just the most frustrating. And he also almost always comes up second, so he's always recapping things other people say. Which, again, worst part about Dracula, you can cut the book in half because there's so much recap.
Yeah. Mysterious blood illness. That's one of our Dracula cards. Yeah, there's a lot. And I'm trying to remember.
Dracula in the back of that one looks like he was bitten by a rabbit instead of a bat or anything like that, or turned into a rabbit instead of a bat.
No, it's not Angie. Is it?
You're talking about Lucy?
There we are. Sisters of the Undead.
Okay.
Yeah, this is Olivia's card. But yeah, so Maximum Dracula, if you want Maximum Dracula, is 4 Lord of Blood, 4 Blood Immortal, 1 Count Dracula, 1 Dracula Voyager, and then also a coffin just in play.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you have to mirror gallery or some such more Draculas into play. At which point you're in like Dawn of Sorrow, I think.
Yeah, you're in Dawn of Sorrow where there's 4 different Draculas at the same time.
So, I mean, I guess we're already there because we're already at like 1 billion Draculas over here. So, Anyway,
you don't quite have a Soma though. I think out of all of those, you don't really have a true Soma cruise.
There's nobody with the power to rule.
Yeah, no power of dominion anywhere.
Anyway. But yeah, really like how all in on the flavor this set goes. It the flavor of we have a vampire wedding going on. Looks nice. Oh, we are an elf and just hanging out. There is a Soma Cruise in this set, oh. Alright. We'll have to find the Soma Cruise afterwards. Alright. Well, I guess we're +1 Dracula here.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
You pick and play Soren, absolutely.
Yeah. No, Soren comes into play, -2s immediately. Very hard to beat through. Gets you card advantage, gets you bodies. Can kill if you go long.
I do like that this is they might have done a shift in Planeswalker design to, it's actually, expensive minuses again, and ones that not necessarily particularly good pluses for, like, giving loyalty, specifically, I mean.
Yeah, other cards of note here, Valor Stance, reprint, pretty cool.
Was it?
Toughness, 4 greater, or indestructibility. This was in...
Yeah, I heard that this is a Toughness Matters is actually a thing that it is in the set.
Then we have the Vampire Sweeper, but...
There was a decent amount of time where they just kept on printing very tough, high loyalty planeswalkers.
Grizzly Ritual. Ooh, Sigarda's Imprisonment. Okay. Spore Crawler. Got some green hanging out at common. Dreadfuge is pretty interesting.
Green in this set. And oh, Cleave. Cleave is kind of neat. I like that. It's a very awkward...
It's an awkward kicker, sort of.
It looks awkward, but I actually kind of like what it does.
Here for imprisonment, I think. This is a pretty decent removal spell. Gives you a blood.
Cleave is an easier to read overload, I think is the way I'd put it. In that it is more immediately obvious what a card's cleave thing does.
Okay.
Overload.
Disturb in this set is different than the last set. In the last set, it gave like a spirit that was like unrelated. In this set, it gives an aura that's basically whatever the creature was.
Oh, so it's reverse bestow?
Yeah, so like on death, you'll have the ability to bring back, you know, like this is a pretty cool one because easy to put counters on it and go to town. Skulking Killer is weird. It's like an FTK, but only if they control one creature and one creature only.
It is weird.
Yeah, Wolf.
Puppy.
There's like a wolf something rather than a werewolf something.
Well, because they just did the werewolf set
Yeah.
a little bit ago. Makes sense.
This is them going back into trying to do this line of like non-shuffling.
Non-shuffling and kind of rough that costs 4 to something that can whiff, even though it's unlikely to whiff.
Yeah, taking a look, we're not seeing a lot with black and white here, looking a little cut off. I don't want to leave black though. We have
you have a bomb planeswalker in black. You're not playing it, you know?
Yeah. This is like graveyard removal, a little bit of drain, Death Touch Body. Gets a job done.
Yeah, it's always actually kind of hard to guarantee being able to pick up black and white in any of the Innistrad sets, honestly. Just because they...
I'm interested in green right now because we've been seeing a lot of it, and like...
Yeah, that's fair.
We can pick up Grandma here. Grandma's fine. Hands off lifelink. Pretty good. But like, this card is hella good.
Dang, you might have to convince me to see you play black-green.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's been really hard to get me to want to do it, I'm sure.
Exile target zombie, or...
Okay, so... They choose the 2 cards, and they exile them instead of... Alright.
Here we have the boarded window. Because you're taking -1. If you take more than 4 damage, exile it.
That's very flavorful. I don't think that's particularly good though, right? Like,
yeah. How good is this? Yeah, there's a 5-mana 1/13. Huge on this creature. That body is not too great. Oh, a lot of blue. Alright. This counter is cool as hell.
Counter target spell that wasn't cast from its owner's hand. So for 1, it counters things like, you know, from graveyard, from exile, or anything like that. Or you can play it as a cancel instead.
Yeah. This is rescue / disperse.
Oh, there's still those around sometimes. All right. They didn't fix all of the crabs. Only only some crabs. That's the a 5-mana 1/13, huh?
Yep. There's a very, 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 very tiny Toughness Matters theme that's on like 2 cards.
Yes.
I'm more interested in the wolf.
That is a bear that is a killer field box when it's on tap.
Yeah.
Is what it is. Yeah.
This is one of the better blue cards because blue-black relies on exploit as their main mechanic.
Oh yeah, exploits back.
Yep. And this removal spell is really powerful because it's just like always on.
Oh, that -X is going to be huge.
Yeah. I'm cutting off the color more than anything here. Okay.
I mean, you might not even need to. This is like all of the green cards back.
So Spore Crawler is a 3/2 that death draws. +1/+1 on human. This one gets bigger if it attacks with a bigger creature.
Which would be pretty easy, but then it turns into a 2/5, which is nice,
Yeah.
but...
Okay.
So white-green is humans, I guess? Like that's that mechanic?
Yeah,
Just
there's
one together?
generally, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So obviously we want to make the black work.
That is a white mythic as well. What does that one do?
If you control 7 or more enchantments, creatures control have 5 and vigilance.
Nothing.
Yeah.
It does nothing. Is what that's a 4-mana enchantment that does nothing.
All right,
Gotcha.
so I mentioned that there were 2 cards in this set that care about toughness. Here's one of them.
You have control 3 or more creatures that have toughness greater than their power, transform it into a 2/6 that is...
Fling.
Okay,
Yeah.
this is fling, but for toughness.
And
All
here's
right.
the other one.
Okay. Oh, it's just straight... Oh, it's
Yeah.
black-green, literally...
Yeah, during the siege.
Doran?
Yeah, it's during the
Doran,
siege
yeah.
tower. So kind of liking picking up these cards and maybe trying to make it work. I think the monocolored card is more important than the multicolored card first.
That's fair.
Fellstinger
Yeah,
is also probably stronger than any of it, but I don't care. I want to try the dumb plan.
That's fair. I like the dumb plan. Also, dang, just straight up Doran the siege tower without the I mean, Doran is Abzan originally, right?
Yes,
it's white, green,
Abzan,
black.
yes.
So,
And Quartermaster. The rare is missing in here, obviously, so that's why this came back around. This is like a better version of that Gavany friend from the last set.
with that, they have kind of actually solidified Toughness Matters as being kind of a black-green thing with extra.
Check out this hell
First
card.
Discovery. Draw 3 cards, and then discard 2 cards. Oh, Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
What the fuck? That's
Yeah.
what you want to do with it anyway.
Yeah, that's an instant, by the by. Like, fuck.
Whoa, that is one of the best blue draws they printed in a long fucking time, I feel like. It does cost 3, but still,
Yeah,
that's like ridiculous.
I played Compulsive Research a lot, and,
Yeah,
you know,
I get it. That's a hell card for sure.
yeah, a lot of white going on here, but again, I want to try out our plan rather than anything else.
You saw so few people playing green in the previous pack. You're almost certainly seeing that tree back because it's not only green, it's also black-green specifically.
All right, how many copies of Unhallowed Phalanx?
Just have a deal 13 damage theme going on with also having the Sorin.
Yep. Ooh.
Oh, okay, hold on. That's another thing that works with that. And
Okay.
with how that art works,
Whoa, this is
I
like-
thought that dog had multiple legs.
Also a cool card here.
Hey, that's all right, yeah.
Huh. That ain't bad either. Pile of tokens. These are some nice cards.
The green in these packs has been really nice, and
Yeah.
using green has been very, very a good move.
3, 4, 4. Okay, comes with the blood. Sack the
Attacks
blood.
once is a 5/5
Yeah.
with menace.
Aim for the head, which is either better mind rot or very, 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 very conditional removal. I need some recursion. That's something that's missing here.
You'd think that aiming for the head would kill a lot more than just the zombies, but hey.
Yeah, 1/1 counters is also the sub theme in green white. I'll take Evolving Wilds here, and then this is our pack back.
How many humans have you got?
3, 4.
Not enough, I think.
Yeah. More,
That's something like you'd want like 2/3 to 3/4 of your creatures being on for that.
grab this sharpshooter because now it's a lot more valuable. And we didn't get back the other side of the...
Weird. I genuinely don't know. I guess someone must have decided to start picking green in the middle of this.
Yeah. And the,
Black is all gone. Yeah, okay. And because someone has started to pick the green, that means that it's going to be a little bit tougher to get it at this point.
Yep. Alright, so pack 3 is going to be a little bit funkier. At the beginning of your end step, create a red human token. If you control exactly 13 permanents, sacrifice this, deal 7 damage.
You may as well, so you can
Yes.
just keep getting the 1/1s if you want. That's nice.
Look at this cool skeleton. Very good skeleton, by the way.
I mean, you don't have to tell me.
Yeah.
I mean, we're going to have to
Yeah.
update the list at some point.
Like, I love the self...
It's a little bit... I think it's a little bit worse than reassembling for mechanics, but it's quite nice still.
We got this bat that picks up creatures if you life gained. And we got the infestation expert.
Yeah, probably the expert.
Yeah, I don't know how much life gain we have. Here we got Odric. Odric, all Odric does is make 1,000,000 blood.
Oh, yeah, it's Odric too, so he cares about keywords for some
Yep.
reason.
I'll take another one of these. Fight a creature and come in.
Sure.
Like, this can just kill, like, anything down the line.
Crawling infestation? The days of ridiculously good self-milled
Yeah.
green black and Innistrad are over.
I just grab this.
Sure.
Hate that. Here we got the non-creature spell plan, of course.
Hmm.
I don't hate this.
Yeah, that's not bad just for... I was thinking that the thing that your deck probably wants at this point is, like, blood, honestly.
Yeah,
You're going to need card draw.
And some recursion, which we don't have any yet. Take one piece of that. That looks fine. Okay. Check out Giant Growth today.
That's a pretty good giant growth.
Yeah. I think this one gets the job done. I'm completely fine playing this.
Hmm.
We get a bat. Bat's still a Windrake on its...
Yeah.
Then we get this spider. For new spider dropped.
The blue-green spider, though, so I can't
know.
use it.
I know. Okay. Bloodliker, life gain.
That's not a bad idea, yeah.
Okay. So white did end up being pretty open here. Fine, I'll grab a mulch.
You followed the the hints that were happening during the draft, though.
I think the full hint would have been drop black for white, but there's no world where I'm doing that with Sorin, right?
Yeah, no, I think I think that even if you had done that, I don't think that's necessarily more powerful than just having played Sorin.
Yeah, because like looking at the white we already have, it's 2 removal spells, remove spell, and a decent creature, and there was a lot I didn't pick.
Yeah.
All right. So we got Sorin. We got our catapult. I don't know. I'll have to check how reliable the bats are in this deck.
+2/+1, equip 4. Ugh.
It auto equips on come in though.
I know, and that's nice about it. But
we tried to table the Doran, but the Doran didn't come back. So all we have is the catapult.
I'm earnestly surprised the Doran came back. Someone
Yeah.
had to have picked, like, someone who was already playing black, I think must have opened up a green rare, right?
Yeah.
Like, and then got past the Doran and was like, okay, I'll take that.
We don't have a lot of lifelink in this deck. There's some, but not a lot to make this reliable. Might still be fine just as a 2/2 flyer. Like, that ain't hurting anybody. I mean, they ain't hurting us, more specifically.
Yeah, how much flying is in this set in the first place, I guess is the question.
Decent chunk on the blue-white side.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Just as a thing.
So probably effective against, just about half of the other players, probably, that you'll end up encountering as a valuable evasion.
Alright. Let's see how this rolls. We've got some singularly powerful bits, and then, we're a little removal light from what I want. I really like the 4/3 we have that's, fight on come in.
Yes.
I feel like
we got 2 of them, right?
Yeah, we got 2 of those. You can also destroy a blood as a fail state.
Mm-hmm.
Which, sure. This is fine on the draw. We got a good blocker, that's for damn sure. Or sorry, not our turn. Weird. We got a good attacker. Well.
You've got more double black costs early, but you have the 1 double green cost in your hand.
Wait, the 4/3 only fights zombies? Oh, fuck, this card's way worse. Oh, no. I don't read cards, you know that. Oh, that's bad.
Well, it's going to be good against any black player, and also a lot of the blue players.
Yeah, look, I don't read cards. I just want, everybody should know this. I experience them. That card is way worse than I thought, man. Flipping this would be nice. Okay. Well.
Well, rough.
That's what we call a mulch, baby.
Yes, the good news is that Sorin wasn't in there, so we're fine.
Yeah. That's how we mulch.
You mulched so you can get those 4 out of the way because you can draw it right now.
Alright, well, let's get the... Hopefully we get the Infestation Expert, and that'll be a lot of 1/1s to block this stuff. The Fountain can recover back, like, Diagraph and a Phalanx or something like that, you know. They are coming in.
Yeah, it's deck thinning our deck of playables. Exactly.
So they have a trick here. I'm trying to figure out what it is. +3/+3 on tap would be like really good on the training one. +3/+3 on tap on this doesn't do anything, or it makes it trade like 1-for-1. +2/+2 also exists.
And then they'd bleed through 1 damage and still end up 2-for-1ing themselves, so.
Going this way, hoping it's +3/+3 on tap. Okay. Good.
So they 2-for-1 themselves. Gotcha.
Yeah, man. Okay.
Oh, they have 2 of them.
All right.
All right.
Need a land here. Nope. That's extremely bad. Really wanted to get this down because that would stuff the board.
Yeah, it's a bit rough.
Okay.
Might end up having to discard the Hunter at the end step here.
Oof. Okay. Mega Blood. Okay.
Okay, there it is.
And the Hunter would hopefully fix things up. They're on 7 mana. So that's lifelink, and then it... Okay, that's their whole hand on the board.
You know, I'm actually starting to think that that 113 might be genuinely just good. Because nothing gets through that. Like, nothing does.
Anyway, here's our stabilization mode.
Yeah, gain 4. Oh, no, because it counts itself, right? So gain 6.
Yeah,
Or not. Okay.
No, it's other.
Oh, each. Okay, other creature.
Yeah. Still, I will take stabilize. I'd have a 6/6 in play. They are okay. So
It's good that you got it down. Is the
Yep.
important thing.
all right, this is the turn where I need to crack the Blood Fountain. They have an exile effect. We need
And,
to kind of.
what do you want to pick up? Is there something that you can pick up that would gain you life on EZB, so then you could go ahead and just do it again?
Diagraph Scavenger again.
So you pick up Diagraph Scavenger as a 2/3 with Death Touch, and then you pick up, say, like the Phalanx, I guess, or
Yeah,
something.
because we know the Phalanx just blocks everything on this board.
Yeah.
Or I can just play the Diagraph Scavenger here. But like,
You don't have the mana to play both, though.
yeah,
But you do it. Wait, no, you don't have the mana to do this both as well. Never mind. I'm not paying attention. I'm sorry.
We don't have the mana for any of this, yeah.
All right.
Now, the cool thing here is that we get the flip on our buddy. That 4/5 matters because it means that 4/4 can't come in for free.
Mm-hmm.
This can gain life on the turn with the bat as well, so that's obviously the hope.
I'm immediately gaining like the same sort of vibes of this being a board stall heavy format without your bombs, just like the last set.
Okay. They're gaining their life off their blood. Sure. They get a werewolf. I'm just gonna get down a scavenger here.
Sure. It's a death toucher. That's gonna matter.
All right. And then we get our unhallowed phalanxes. Yeah.
You know.
Nobody has air superiority here. Okay, so you can start exiling our yard.
You do have a flyer in your hand.
No secret reach. Like, I want to get value out of it, but I'm never gonna.
Well, no, the Weaver Blossoms there is the one that taps for mana, isn't it? Or
yes.
Yeah, so that would give you 7 mana to be able to Digraph Scavenger and declare your bat.
Yeah, but their mana relic can exile cards in graveyards.
Yeah, well, fair enough.
I'm just gonna...
That's if they end up doing it, is all. Like, I don't know if they're actually going to use that effect off of it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna unhollow Phalanx here and get one of them down. Because that's gonna be important to just have in play.
The moment that you draw your, your thing that can sacrifice the toughness guys, it's like all of a sudden they're dead. So, like, you have a win condition in your deck right now.
Hello.
It's right there.
All right.
Here we go.
So, my friend.
This is almost your entire board, basically, except for, like, 3 of them. So, this will flip over on this turn.
Yep.
So.
All
right, opponent, you have
1 turn
to live.
Yeah, you've got 1 turn to deal with the problem.
Wait, does that not tap?
It does, but I mean, like, if they don't answer it immediately, they take 13, and I can just win on, like, trades. Flyer.
Yeah, okay. They, in fact, have exactly 1 turn to deal, and they don't have
That's not...
That doesn't even attack over your Phalanx.
No.
Sorry, buddy. We have a 113. I am
anyway, I'm
vaguely convinced that card's actually good.
I'm deploying the second 113.
And we're just going to toss it immediately, right?
This is instant speed.
Oh, right. Yeah, never mind. This card's pretty good.
You don't have any blood for your security. You gotta pay your security. Come on. Yes, this is extremely Gaia the Dragon Champion with Catapult Turtle.
Gotta hit the Castle of Shadows flotation
ring. Yeah. Target an opponent. You. Sack. You. Crunch.
Minus 13. Oh, that's very good.
Yeah, holy shit.
I like this plan a lot, actually.
This card owns.
Dirtle on the board until you can get this thing down, and all of a sudden you win. Again, that's Rise of the Eldrazi vibes. It's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot more evasion that we have to worry about in other combos, but we'll see how that plays out in the non-mirror.
Yeah, you have 2 flyers and no secret reach. And you have 1 reach card, I think.
Yeah, 1 reach card and some flyers. Some removal that doesn't work. I might need to retool the deck about the removal part that doesn't work anymore, but... Alright. I like this one. This is actually really good. Werewolf.
Okay, you can curve out a little bit.
Yeah. Again, I'm gonna make sure that in case Soren shows up. Alright. Wanna go Dawnheart here.
Because you can play a human next turn and attack him.
Yeah. The mirror, but it's all creatures that can't kill anything. Okay, I get it.
We can't hurl Soren, we can hurl the tokens that Soren
has.
Like,
And
Soren does still
also
provide
Soren
buffs.
can just hurl for 13 alone.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a big dog.
Okay, 3 color.
I'll call your bluff. Show me the trick. Sure.
If they're gonna do that instead of using that on your face, that's fine. Right? That is a lot of power out of nowhere.
Yeah, I'm gonna play a 4/4 now. See, I don't care about that. Like, I mean, it's a good trick, you know, but like,
More valuable as something to punch you in the face, I think.
or like trade with this, you know.
Yeah, that too.
Okay, come on, zombies. Yo!
You actually stuffed them? Wild. What is your hand? It's got to be stuff an instant, right?
I'm coming in with the... Oh, they have a trick, right?
They have to. Yeah.
This is the most trick in the world, right? They're even saying good game, you know. I'm gonna let him feel good. I'm gonna let him kill my friend here.
You have a death toucher that you can just put on the board after.
Yeah, I don't care. Come on in. If you want a 1-for-1 on my thing, that's fine by me. I don't care. Okay, cool. Anyway, all right, give me the zombies. Well, you can make Edgar Markov's coffin into a creature yourself, you know. That just makes it even better when you beat him up with it. March of the Machines.
If you want to get extremely creative, you can turn it into an equipment later on.
Oh yeah, just pick it up and I'm gonna smash you with this, you know, casket of native land.
Feel free to build your own Gold Lewis Dickinson.
Yeah. You want to play Gold Lewis, you absolutely can.
Mm-hmm. Through very complicated means, you can pick up a Jace and equip him if you want. It's possible. I've seen it done before.
Okay.
Oh, they're actually much heavier blue.
Oh, hi. Hello.
Hello. They currently can't attack through anyway, so may as well plus, right?
No cost is too great to quell my people's savage.
I'm gonna just put the body down right away because they're not gonna like kill this with anything, and I want the body immediately.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be more valuable than
deal with this annoyance.
Mostly because I can start attacking, and they're at 12.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sad they didn't hire Robbie.
Robbie barely.
I know. He's obviously that's not a thing that happens. So
He
it's
wished he
basically
was
that
better
one
known
time.
as a jazz musician.
I know.
Twice. He also played Optimus Prime once.
Okay, you have a lot of copies of Wolf Strike. Yup. This one's pretty neat. Oh yeah, I'll reveal that.
Nothing on Innistrad is free.
Ben Mercer does so much freaking voice acting. Literally all over the place.
They look like they're playing blue main. There are 4 blue cards in their
Yeah,
down.
yeah. That's. I think, in fact, they're actually specifically blue and green main. I think they're splashing whatever black card they're doing. You know. Like, I haven't actually played a black card yet, right? They just played a swamp.
Yeah. Next turn I can fight
Blue is
down, yeah, blue's their other main. I can fight down.
Then, okay, that's what they're, that might be what they're splashing for, the black for.
Flying when Storm Kirk, just play, put a creature in the graveyard on top of your library, reveal it if it has a mana value of gigantic. Okay, well it doesn't. You can flip this and then go to hell, right?
Okay, so you play this. I see. Okay, that's a Yu-Gi-Oh card.
There's a lot of fucking text on our Kraken Liker here.
That's a Yu-Gi-Oh card because that's a special summon that you just described as well. Having to flip over a card and then like, oh, if it's got 6 stars or more up the top, then you actually get to play the card on the table.
Yeah. Probably just let Soren take some damage here. Alternatively, I can spend my
or
trick.
Or you can block it and just replace it with a better creature. It's the same as having.
True.
It's the same as basically having.
Problem is, this also replaces.
That's fair.
But we have our own trick in case of like. All right.
Okay, that just means that you okay. No problem. You can't save the guest, but you could save the wolf if you wanted to.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. Nice.
That dog is stuck around for quite a while.
Okay.
The Slinger's a 4/3.
Yeah.
You could use it to kill the wolf, barring that they don't have another trick in hand. Not on the fight, obviously. I mean as a combat trick with the massive might.
Not enough. This has +2 toughness on their turn.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, fair enough. Understandable, yeah.
Let's get this off the damn table.
Okay.
I bring
now,
my
do you
own
play the Slinger
army.
just as a last creature, or?
I'm gonna hold it. Cool duel. 3 cards left in hand. 7 mana. The fuck is this?
The bees!
Oh, fuck the bees. Not the bees.
Specifically non-flying bees, huh? They're starting to get some pretty serious board advantage.
I think Soren has to die and I have to win through the flyers.
Okay. I see that. They
not
do have to
my
beat
way.
you through in 3 turns, basically. They have to get through 25 of your life. Also, nice. You got value off of it.
Yep. So they've got 2 turns to stop us. Okay, that cuts the clock down by 1 turn.
Yeah.
Do they actually have the basics for this to grab? Yes. No. Okay, no blocks. That's fine.
That's probably also why they're completely fine with playing the splash, because they've got an advantage for doing so.
And they
also,
left no
you have to
blockers.
swing in and die. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you didn't leave any
Congratulations.
blockers.
They just didn't expect you to have a second one. All right, you're good.
Sorry, I'm main decking 2 of this idiot because I read it wrong.
But it turns out, actually, you're a genius because you made that 2 of those, that idiot.
Oh.
Nice. All right, so we've actually seen both of the general game plans of this deck already.
Yeah.
Which is neat. I think main decking one of them is still fine.
Yeah, I just don't know what I bring in over it. The other bat.
Did just see that flying is quite nice, actually. Second bat in exchange for one of those seems fine. Brings the curve down a tiny bit, too.
Look, I don't know if I know I've talked about this a lot, about, like, this is a common thing across every card game. You're going to see this everywhere, where brains like patterns, right?
Yes. Yeah.
They love patterns. So, hell, I'm actually going to cancel the fine to show you a card for this.
I don't know exactly what you're gonna go grab, but I've got like dozens of instances of the same thing.
So like, if I go into my cards here and I go into white, and we're gonna go find a specific card called not in my collection, and it's gonna be historic. There's a specific bear from, here we go. Here's an example of it. This isn't the card I'm looking for, but it's the type of card I wanted to show you. And because this type of card's around all over the place, right? In last Innistrad, we had a lot of these things that are like okay, you can exile that from your graveyard to make a 1/1 flyer. There's a couple of those in the second Innistrad set that are like, exile this from your graveyard, make a 1/1 flyer. In this set, there's a different card. I own it. It's at 5. Here it is. Heron Blessed Geist. 3/3 flyer, exile it from your graveyard, make 2 1/1 flyers. Right?
And activate is normally it's okay. Activate only as a sorcery, but
however, this card has
another
extra
bit of writer. Yeah,
this card has extra text that like you don't see when you're looking at that pattern. Because
it
like
is, yeah,
and like same with if I'm just looking at it's like Sawblade Slinger. The reason I read it the way I did is because, Wicked Wolf and
it's like
Pharisi's Band Brawler,
there is a strong tendency when looking at mechanics, especially if you're already strongly experienced with the mechanics of the game, to read the beginning and end of a set of text as the thing that you really parse, because once you've done that, you understand how the mechanic works already. And you don't really have to look at the center of the text really all that much.
Yeah, and
But sometimes they hide little extra bits in.
And so there's a lot of times where, like, if you ever wonder why it feels like I don't read cards, it's that I do, but when I read them the first time, I just, like, their text is what I think the text should be, not what it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, and then, that's what it, like, the second time or third time over, like, all of a sudden it's, this looks great.
I guess this is actually one of the few downsides of a game that has such strict templating.
Yeah.
In its own sort of way. Like, it's like the only downside to it, because otherwise it's pretty much all pure upside.
Right.
But because sometimes if the template is slightly different, because it is a mechanically slightly different effect, you might just fully not even notice that's the case.
Yep. All right, so we get to go grab a forest.
Okay, I do know that 100-Handed
Yes.
One gains Rage because I just like 100-Handed One as a card, and so I've read it quite a lot.
The thing with that card is it's unique enough that you have to read it the first time you play it.
It has the words block and 99 additional creatures on it, like it's something that you will read the entire text of that card because of it.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh. This is probably your main weakness.
Play the bat. Try to trade for it. Play the spore crawler. Try to just rush on the ground against it.
This gets you more options later on if the spore crawler does die.
Yeah.
So I agree. Yeah. It prevents you from having to miss out on possible value as well if you get the chance. Their deck is very, very tight. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
As the ideal thing the spore crawler could have done at least. And that's nice. You're able to curve out at least.
Let's keep pressure.
The good thing is that you are currently only on the back foot at this very second, purely because you were on the draw. That is the only real reason why you're on the back foot, because they have a slight initiative advantage of being on the play.
Yeah. And I'm missing their land drops. The question is, how much of a press can they make here? The 4/4 blocks their ground. Oh, okay. I'm going to ask you what your trick is. And you need to show me it. Okay.
And there's the rub at this point. That thing on EDB's tap, which is classic zombie downside.
Yep. The card can't block this next turn, so no point in leaving it back. They're attacking me for 8.
7, probably, because I think they're going to play something else that'll bump this at least.
This bumps on its own.
Okay, yeah.
So it's 8 total. And anything else to add to this board is probably enough to get me off. Ah!
It's another flyer.
Not only that, but it's pick up a creature flyer.
Okay. It's actually 2 flyers. So unfortunately, even with that, they still have 1 additional flyer. You'll be able to survive with 1 life left?
No, because the training is on that flyer as well.
Right. Okay. Oh, they had a very, very, very good curve out. Wow.
Yeah,
pretty much exactly what you want to see.
Yeah, again, that's the evasion. Even with we even had a couple of our pieces of, like, reach, and it did not matter there at all.
Yeah, they reached the point where they started to overwhelm you.
Mm-hmm. All right. But yeah, it's just with that card thing, and that's not just Magic. That's every card game. That's every like
Yeah.
that's everything, you know, that has templating and rules.
You ever play a tabletop game, like, just at all, and you ever look at a spell and assume it does something that it doesn't at all?
Yep.
You've done that before. Everyone's done that before, plenty of times.
Him?
It looks like it's currently not responding.
That is indeed what it looks like to me. Let's...
Oh. Oh, this is you relaunching it. Okay.
Yep. Okay. They stopped at the 11-second mark.
Wait, you're a Johnny now?
Why am I a Johnny now?
What? This hand is
Not good.
dependent on drawing forest, but okay, that helps.
A Johnny versus a Johnny only.
I mean, god damn, what's black green? There's a lot of it.
Yeah, we gotta blood away something.
Yeah, discarding sheltering bows, probably.
Yeah.
Unless you... Or one of the bats, although I feel like that's wrong.
Okay, our opponent's also curving out on my ass, so... Okay.
Okay. That helps. And that also helps, actually. Just for being a, you know, a tough death toucher.
Yeah.
You only had a second forest, though.
Still gonna put this out there. I want to trade with the 3-2 and then get this down. We extremely can't Sorin into a board like this.
You keep Sorin for a while.
So let's kill your... You can play your combat trick. Fuck.
It's the worst one that they could play.
Yep. And they didn't pump, which means they have another crit. Oh my god. Alright. On my turn, huh?
Jesus Christ. And... Fortunately, you didn't get that other land.
No, we needed that land pretty badly to not die here.
Getting to and have a thing on the board.
We're taking 8 here.
That's it. Oh. Did not know about that effect Snarling Wolf had.
Oh yeah, this is a root wall. They just haven't
Gotcha.
used it. God! Alright, I get it.
Holy shit.
I get it. So they're dead to like this creature ever resolving, but alright.
Unfortunately, you can't.
Yeah, oof. Like we had a little bit of a stumble and they went die. It's like, alright, I understand. Oof. They've actually been making that root wall a couple times now.
It's a useful design space for a 1-mana creature.
Yeah.
A very weak 1/1 at its base, but you can pump it at once a turn or something.
Yeah.
Get better. It's actually common in red a lot of the time now, with like it has first strike or something, or gains first strike and power.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
My elephant's back. All right. I'm no longer a Johnny for some reason.
I think you were playing
Ha!
briefly as Stylo 9.
Well. Feel better about this look. Okay, don't like that draw. That doesn't do anything. You know, I'm starting to think our curve might be ass.
It is reasonably top heavy, huh?
Yo!
Damn. Actually,
Damn!
That's. I didn't know this card was so good.
Yo! What an ass kicker extraordinaire.
That's a 2-mana flying piker with additional upside? Gross.
Yeah, you control, obviously, but, heroic. Fuck off.
Oh, come on.
No, we're our next curve is just not here. Like, Blood Fountain is another card that effectively costs 5. And, you know, we're fighting against mono flying, not deck, so...
Congrats, guys. I think you have exactly 2 more cards in the entire deck that you could draw and not play.
Yeah, here's the problem. That's still too many. That's so goddamn many.
I know. I'm not saying you're wrong or anything.
Oh,
I'm just
God.
saying that that's the situation you're in.
Because it's another copy of Phalanx.
And another copy of the Scavenger, I think. I think we got 2 Scavengers.
And the 4/4 for 4.
Right, alright, yeah. Okay. There it is. Yeah, okay.
Alright. Alright, boss.
Sicko's shirt is on.
This is why I play 2-drops dot deck, by the way. This is why I exclusively play 2-drops dot deck. Oh, also, by the way, this is this thing is extremely powerful. Just thought you should know. Alright, give me that thing. Alright,
You can survive exactly 1 more turn on board by playing a Scavenger. Or the Sorin.
let's go big.
I am vengeance, bloody and righteous.
I'm pretty sure their final card in hand, and by final I mean
bring my own army.
5, is a bounce target permanent you control and cleave.
Oh wait, I just forgot that's Kristen Freeman. That's Alucard. The other Alucard.
Good.
The Helsing Alucard.
I mean... Okay.
They've got 5 cards in hand to kick your ass.
And 6 mana.
Yeah.
It's fine. Alright, not vamp. Ooh, they don't have a way of killing me.
That's honestly, I would just swing into you anyway in this situation because, like, if you were to activate that, there's a non-zero chance you bob yourself to death.
No,
You know?
It's
like,
a May.
Don't abandon my quest.
Oh, really? Okay.
You may reveal the card. Which I think is... I don't like that. But that's
betraying Bob.
that's
a little
betraying
bit.
Bob. The point of greatness at any cost is the any cost part, not the greatness.
Yeah.
Yes, I get it. Hey, do you know what flyers.deck looks like?
It looks like this.
We just have to drain them to death. Maybe.
I mean, there's no way that you can do that with 11 power of flying on your side.
I know! Hey, let's get the,
Literally impossible.
let's get the Drake. Then they're gonna +2/+2 the Drake for an indestructible plus draw card. Plus, yeah. I know what cards are. I've played Magic once or twice in my life. Anyway. Knife. I should have played Unhallowed Phalanx last turn. Oh, it wouldn't have mattered. This opponent has shown 0 cards that are on the ground.
You actually still managed to do a pretty surprising amount of damage to them.
We probably had this game had I not done this curve thing over here. Because if we didn't have this curve problem, and if we would have gotten to play Sorin on time, we might have been able to like get 2 tokens out of Sorin, or like a little bit more of the skies, and then hopefully try to kill them with like just the drains. The thing about it, here's the thing about the skies, they can't beat shit like this, you know?
Yeah.
Anyway, I can tell you the 2 parts where this deck fell apart. The misread on the 4-3, whoops. And as a side to that, the curve.
The curve is... When we saw the deck actually function, which, again,
Yeah.
2 games, we saw both half the deck's plan, and that was cool, at the very least.
Yeah.
When it was going off, it was going off
I
really
love this.
nice. But I suppose
I love this.
this card, yeah, rules,
All
turns
right.
out.
That's fine, whatever. I started early because I wanted to get round 2 in today anyway, so. Premier Draft Crimson Vow. That was the whole part of starting at 6 instead of 7. Alright. So we got Dracula, that was nice. Alright.
Picking that up and going off of that would be a good change of pace in the previous draft, at the very least.
I kind of like that. Obviously, the 1-2 menace is just sort of extant, but, like, that is a pretty nice... Like, if we can, you know... There's nothing... Big thing in here is there's not, like, any primo removal or something else in here pulling a direction. Yeah. So, starting with this... this can attack pretty easily, that menace. And then, like, the hope would be it gets to play kind of like a Grim Lavamancer style gameplay, where, like, the longer the game goes, the more you get to, like, make a board. I think that's neat.
So you wouldn't mind filling your grave, but you also don't necessarily want to actually have recursion because you're going to be using it as as value for this and other cards, like ideally.
Looking at Blood Tithe Harvester here.
Blood Tithe is an incredibly awkward thing to spell,
Yes.
and it does not, under any circumstance, look like a real word.
The Wizard as well. Yep, is a kind of a cool card.
Prowess make a creature.
Yeah, once per turn. They like doing this nowadays. Belligerent Guest, also fine aggression. Rottai Gargantua is pretty cool. I'm gonna go with Blood Tithe and actually commit to, like, see if we can get some vampire blood going. I know it's early to commit to that, but perhaps. Use a Blood Liker.
Blood works with filling your graveyard too, so.
Yeah. Blood does fit with filling the grave. Okay. So if we've discarded a card, transform it, and then, yeah, obviously we discard to the blood. Then becomes a 3/3. Daybreak Combatants is also good. Impulse. Socialite. I'm going to try to be aggressive here. If you gained life. Huh. Damn. Desperate Farmer also has some lifelink for us. When a creature dies, we get a big creature. This dog. It's just a dog.
This dog.
Somebody hit the dog with a lightning bolt.
And the dog got supercharged off the lightning bolt.
Yeah.
Heavy metal album, like, side cover part. Like, honestly, the inside cover.
All right. Gift of Fangs.
It's kind of neat as a two-sided thing.
Yeah, dead weight or, like, make Blood Tithe go in. We can also pick up a Belligerent Guest. This is also a nice one-drop. I feel good about the deck choice if this is what we're seeing, right?
Yeah, the fact that there's still this stuff coming around.
Another deadweight. Sure Strike.
I feel like you probably need things that to actually play the deadweight on profitably as both on both the good and bad side to pick. You are going to definitely need more vampires. I don't necessarily know if this one's the one on.
Yeah, I'm not.
Speed, though.
I'm not super interested in this one. Might just be interested in the Sure Strike as a. Honestly, or I get this and we just assume we'll find them. Ooh. Oh, that's Zombie Liker. Damn. Still 3/2, and it does the thing on its own. Probably better than Doom Descendant. Ooh. Fellstinger. This one's really good.
When Fellstinger exploits a creature, target player draws 2 cards and loses 2 life. Okay, yeah. It's it. Read the bones. Read the bones.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hearse. I don't hate the idea of the Hearse as far as an aggressive card in this deck, if we just put some garbage creatures in it.
I
Okay.
exclusively have dogs pilot my vehicles.
Happy to see a belligerent guest. That's a card I kind of want. Target player loses 2 life, you gain 2 life. Make 2 blood tokens. That's not quite the level of blood I want.
That's the level of blood you might want.
Yeah, that's one.
Who knows?
Yo!
6 mana. Oh, wow. That's a big ass zombie. Jeez.
Comes into play. Exile another card from a graveyard. Either remove X counters from a planeswalker, or target creature gets -X/-X, where X is the mana. Also, it's on come in and die.
That's a lot of. Yeah.
Yeah, funnily enough, it's also competing with -13, a braid at common.
Oh, yeah, a braid.
But, like, this seems just outright. Very stars, yes. If that's the... Yo!
Okay.
We have a different Dracula.
That is a Dracula right there.
Another bleed dry to get rid of. This is foolish, but we're...
Oof, these are, like... Okay, this is repeatable blood as well as the thing.
Yeah, and sack 2 blood to flip, and then, oh boy. Huh.
Expensive and not really that impressive on the flip, but it is still a game-ending threat.
Could just make a braid here too, though. Which is, like, just good. I don't know. It's a lot of blood.
It's a lot of blood, and the more blood you have, the more your deck actually functions.
Innocent Traveler.
That is a weird edict attached to this.
Might just grab the belligerent house guest here and keep pushing damage this way. That's more blood.
It does get something through, guaranteed.
I don't hate it. I don't think this card does
Replaces
anything.
itself.
I'm just not interested in the rest. Maybe Reckless Impulse I'm interested in, but I like this a little more. All right. More blood. More Desperate Farmers. More Gift of Fangs. Gift of Fangs on the house guest, by the way, is like one of the good places.
So Depraved Harvester there. This is a card that defines a knight as being on a horse.
Yes. Okay, so we have another catapult fodder, but this ain't the deck for it.
No, it's not. The other deck you had like 3/4 of your creatures actually function with it. For this one, you don't really.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't even notice the Blood Tithe Harvester in the pack. What is this pack?
It seems pretty
Holy
much
shit.
for you.
Yeah.
Is what this pack looks like.
Nice. Alright, I probably do want 1 copy of this. This is actually a really good, like, get in. Eldraine added Peasant, yeah. Another wedding invitation. This werewolf ain't bad. Ah, another belligerent gust, good.
I'm glad that you're in the extremely the correct.
Yeah,
colors, by the way.
Blood Petal Celebrant makes a blood on death and has first strike on attack. Anyway, this is after 2 packs, so I feel good about the deck. Yo.
If you attack with exactly one other, you may have that creature's power and toughness become 4/3 until end of turn. This is a 4-mana creature. I mean, that's cool. I don't necessarily know how good it is. It's just that their base power and toughness becomes 4/3, right?
Oh, we got a removal spell here too, though.
Yeah.
That's
It's
an
cool.
interesting one.
But I'm not convinced that it's extremely powerful.
I kind of want removal. That's one of the things I feel like we're missing. Sorry, Odric, you're not our speed.
I mean, he's our speed, but only if we were playing white.
Sorry, you are our speed if we were in a different...
You're not wearing the right outfit is the problem. You're going to have to go home and get changed.
Yeah, it is haste. Obviously, that card is really strong. Like, I think the card's good, but I think the deck needs a bit more removal. That's why I'm going to pick the Sure Strike as well over like a third farmer.
The deck needs to be better balanced out rather than just having a top-end card that kills our opponent like that.
Huh. How nice. Not a lot else in here I care about. This is a little bit too expensive for what I want. It's neat, but...
Lacerate Flesh is 5 mana to deal 4 damage to a creature.
Yeah.
The blood token part of that is the 4 extra mana off of Flame Slash.
More blood. Another witch. These things should be really good in the deck. We have a ton of blood.
It's incidental life gain too, which your deck also wants and likes.
Yeah. Not sure if this is playable, but... neither the bat.
The bat actually should be good in this deck.
Yeah. Sure. No enough will play the 5. That's a good 5.
Simply by virtue of being a flyer, that also helps add it, you know.
Like, the only card I want at top end is this Desecrator. I just want stars down here. Okay, I don't hate more regular recluses. Alright, so... like the aggression level of this deck.
Ragged Recluse should not turn into a witch. It should turn into a spider.
Gift of Fangs. Recluse, Bloodseeker, Bloodcaster, Farmer's Stinger, Desecrator, Celebrant, Sure Strike, Guests, Harvesters.
A lot of other cards that would profitably fit in here.
Yeah. Hearse plus like the Epicures would be kind of neat. Combatant's Wedding Invitation for like a final smack. This also could be a 16-lander.
Yeah.
I know we're playing a 6-drop, but
playing
it's just...
a 6.
Yeah, but I'm playing one 6-drop, and then the next card is on 3. And
Okay, yeah, then you could probably do a 16 lander.
yeah, like it, and like I can just throw the blood into like this.
Kind of need equally red and black early, but you have more black cards overall in your deck.
The Ragged Recluses, the Gift of Fangs. I kind of want to 9/7 that.
Yeah, I think so.
Want to get the bat in there somewhere. We have a lot of ways to...
Over one of the Recluses, maybe? Or the Recluse is too good as just draining your opponent forever?
So they flipped the end step. Oh yeah, I'm really happy. I really like the Celebrants as well, but I don't think our curve wants these. Like, this is a really good card because it makes 2 blood. But
yeah. But the problem is that the cards that we want to have used the blood on are lower in the curve, so...
I'm gonna roll with this as is.
Alright.
We might wiggle around some numbers or cards in here, depending on how it goes. The idea is basically that we use our blood to keep, like, you know, power, or like creatures flowing on our like curve that stops at like 3-ish.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm quite enjoying Blood Token so far from how it looks.
Yeah.
I have historically actually liked every single one of their attempts of, okay, here's the random artifact token that this set generates. I've actually liked every single time they've done that so far. Come on, Arena.
Come on, you don't want a full crash on a curve like this. Are you kidding me?
Looks like it's full crashing on a curve like this.
Okay. Hopefully I get in before the timer. If I pass on 2, I'm going to be pretty irate.
I don't think it should. I mean, it's a... It did a Johnny you again.
We're Johnny. Okay, we got to play it. All right. When enchantment comes into play, all right. So I'm gonna go ahead and play the hearse.
All right, you're good.
So I'm gonna want a full control with the Fell Stinger. It's gonna be funky, but it should be quite good.
What are you gonna do with it?
I'll have 2 creatures in play for a moment.
Oh, the scorpion's going to eat the car. You've got a lot of incidental draining. I don't think a single flyer is actually all that, especially one that can't block your ground stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's going to be all that dangerous.
I'm honestly thinking about playing Mind Leech Ghoul and getting in for 5 here.
That's also completely fair.
It leaves up the Grasp. Or do I just want to draw on this? I want this body. Anyway. Here's the beatdown. This is really, I'm really liking what our board looks like right now.
It is good, yeah.
Okay, lose 2 life. I like them losing life right now. I don't feel like they can afford it.
And they're also activating that main... Okay, they spent their entire turn doing that.
All right, so I'm going to go to full control.
Very impressive.
Okay.
This scorpion and the ghoul got into the harness, and the scorpion stung the ghoul. But now we will both surely crash. Lol, said the scorpion. Lamau.
Okay. My plan there is that then I'm going to be able to flip this Recluse next turn with this blood, get rid of the land, and then from there we'll be able to make enough blood to never draw land for the rest of the game.
Mm-hmm.
And if we do want to draw, like, if we draw our 6, we're on 5, so. And we're still holding removal.
Yeah, it looks like that this deck can absolutely make the donuts when it has its an incredibly powerful curve like it did.
Yeah. I'm pretty happy with the hearse, the wedding hearse, which is a very good card, by the way.
Yeah,
it's using the original, what they tried to do with vehicles in their original design, where it tapped a number of creatures rather than a power, which they changed because it meant vehicles were way too restrictive. They only fit into go wide decks. And also, usually, like, tapping 3 creatures was, like, way too high a cost. So, you know, especially because, like, usually they're, like, bears or something. So they went ahead and changed it to power. And now you have them kind of as they are. Vehicles have not had the same, like, level of like, playability as, like, equipment had over its... Okay. This looks nice. Let's wolf ride. We got belligerent guests. I mean, okay. So you say Watsy got hyperburned by Smuggler's Copter. I invite you to take a look at the equipment in the first set that equipment were legal in. And look at how burned they got there. Just
equipment immediately destroyed itself, and like they vastly they vastly underestimated how powerful equipment was. They did the same thing as vehicles, except not as extreme.
Yeah,
because it's worth noting that however good Smuggler's Copter was, it is not as good as like GTA and also a bunch of the other
swords.
Equipment. Swords. Honestly, even just Bone Splitter.
Alright. We making blood.
Skull Clamp, yeah, like regardless of how dominant vehicles were briefly, they were not nearly to the extent that equipment was when they first printed equipment.
Ah, rip. Okay. Killed our flame friend and exiled it. Okay, so this is just +2 power on the Kindly Ancestor, which is a lot. That's a pain in the ass.
Grandma's getting very, very strong. Grandma's working out.
Yeah. Ooh. Perfect.
Very nice. Dragon Recluse in particular is also just a great thing to have against someone who's doing this much possible life linking.
If that Bloodcaster gets to 5 blood, it flips. On the backside, it makes blood to bats. And by blood to bats, I mean literally permanent 2/2 flyers. So that Bloodcaster might be asking for... Okay.
Interesting. I feel like that was... Unless they have a better thing to play and then equip that onto...
Yeah.
They really needed that lifelink, I feel like.
Honor-bound Geist? Sure. Oh my god. Alright.
You can't do both and also immediately activate.
I can 5.
Oh, you got 5? Never mind, I thought you had 4. I was misreading the number of lands you had.
Yep.
Also, I think that's not Honor-bound Geist. I think that's Heron Blessed Geist. I feel like there is a card called Honor-bound Geist, though. Right? Like...
Good draw. Our Blood Liker.
You know, I think your opponent's probably feeling the exact thing that we felt in the last 2 games last draft.
So they're going to lifelink it, and they're going to give it 5 power. That's strong. They're not even going to give it 5 power. Alright. Because they have to play a blocker here. So this is in with everyone.
And they're completely tapped out, so there's no tricks.
Anyway.
What is that odious stench? And there's the blood.
Yep. So beginning of combat on our turn.
We turn the blood into bats. Opponent, you do not understand the sheer level that we adore blood.
And then, another blood.
All these other motherfuckers are playing Castlevania, and here we are playing Bloodborne instead.
Hey, Odric.
Oh, never mind.
There's no way. They're
So
dead
what
on.
do they,
They're dead on board, right?
You have
15.
yeah, you've got
with
12
with the bat.
Yeah, you've got the bat. You have 15. Yeah. They've got a single
Shock. They could shock something.
They've got a single red, so they they could shock, which doesn't save them. So
Yeah. Anyway, I also had the activation plus the play of this card.
yes,
That was so much blood. Holy shit.
That was some pretty exceptional blood happening in that turn, yeah.
Yeah. I'm quite happy with this deck. Holy shit. This is what blood aggro looks like. Shoutouts to Gnome indeed. Yeah, the blood Dracula is really, really powerful. The 2/1 flyer that makes blood on creature death. Because a 2/1 flyer for 2 already is like cool. I'll play that in the deck. And then its backside being a 3/3 that makes 2/2 flyers on my 2-drop. It's also very cool, so. Alright. Oh my god. Alright. Blood must answer blood. Shit. Oh no! They're way more dedicated to blood than we are. Huh. Alright. That's a human. Good news, they might have to crack blood to find the land. Okay. All right, farmer. Hello.
So something died and Depraved Harvester is now on a horse.
Yes.
So what died? Did this guy get on the back of the vampire and
I think we stole the vampire's essence or whatever
and put it into the horse. That was dead. Okay.
They're gonna kill my harvester. This is an uncommon, by the way. What do I want to sack to this?
I mean, you're gonna continue to generate blood, right? So the harvester actually is probably. I think you're gonna be working pretty hard to get the same amount of power and toughness off the harvester off of the wolf rider.
Well, this is a kill spell.
Right. So I'm saying don't sack the harvester. I think
Maybe
I
just
think
the
the wolf rider is your thing, or the stinger itself.
I mean, because I'm gonna make a 3/2 off this anyway. There are 4 cards.
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
Oh, hey. twice the number of blood you control.
All right, so he built the same exact board state again.
Yes.
You're actually very close to getting a second dog off of this, too.
Yeah, like 1 blood activation.
And you have additional benefit for blood activation now. And
yes.
can do everything by doing that, activate blood, and then make another dog.
Yes.
Seems pretty good, if you ask me. Yeah, makes sense.
Nice card.
Nice.
And then that flips. Now we have our 3/3 that attacks big, and Blood Harvester can get through.
That is very strong against us.
What a... Well, but also Sure Strike just says we got it, but...
Yes, but still, that thing is an ass-kicking and a half. Holy
yeah.
shit.
Anyway, Strange MD, thank you for the sub. So whenever we cast a spell, we get a blood now.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, they can double block your 1/2 if they want to. That's up to them.
The check here was to see if they gave me lethal.
Because he would have just swung, would just cast Sure Strike on the thing to get it lethal through. Yeah, makes sense. They did do this.
Okay.
Maybe let's start into the other one.
Yeah.
Or something.
I was searching for, like, if there was an instant I could have thrown down there, but...
Given, I don't think there was, purely because you only have 1 red and you've already used
Yeah.
it.
If they're breaking blood, that means they're in a really bad place. Ah, Breaking Blood. Everyone's favorite television show.
You have to make the blue blood.
Okay, I'm gonna note their curve is
extremely top heavy.
well. Here we go. I'm at 27 right now.
This deck is genuinely good at incidental life gain.
Wow.
That actually does do a lot of work, huh?
Yeah, huh?
Jesus Christ. Huh. That was genuinely impressive as a card to get out of that situation. It doesn't fully do it, but still.
Alright, because now I have 3 lethal threats again. Sure.
They failed to use one of those.
Yeah, so this don't flip.
Oh, okay.
Finally! Our dumb card for fools. What a good play by them, by the way.
That really was. Yeah, that kicked your ass if you did not have the ability to immediately rebuild your board.
Yeah. Funnily enough, it wasn't like a 4-for-1 because 2 of the dogs and the 1-2 were all the same card, but like,
yeah,
that's still like, that was what they needed right there.
Ugh. Oh, I hate looking at it. Oh, it's gross. What the fuck is that?
It's a zombie.
What's the bottom half made out of? What's the top half made out of? Innistraad's so gross that it has things like that in it.
Okay, the killer here is it having like arms.
Oh no, the arms make sense.
Yeah.
It's the everything else that I have a problem with.
Horse. Card's neat as like a 1-mana 3/3, but like, and I like the recursion on it, or the not recursion, but the value add.
I want you to picture a horse that doesn't have like an upper torso for a head or anything like that. I'm not saying picture a centaur. I just mean picture a horse, but it does just have also human arms coming out of its shoulders.
Boondock Saint 04, born in the year. This is an awkward one.
This one is actually, it's not slow exactly, but it doesn't have any support for itself.
Right, because I have 2 recluses that if I could flip, the game ends, but... Okay.
Might be the one time you actually play that.
Not gonna feel bad about that if I'm already on like 4 lands.
Little bit, well, okay.
Alright, give me a blood, please.
You have so many cards that give you blood. You gotta have at least one.
Any blood here gets me 2 3/3s that drain life.
Hey, if nothing else, you could wait 4 turns and then discard the hand size.
All right.
By the way, earlier, when I was talking about how Gift of Fangs is not dead weight, and
This is
how this is the situation where, like, this is why I say that, okay, you do actually have to have vampires yourself to play Gift of Fangs effectively, because there's definitely going to be times where you just don't have anything to play it on.
Ooh, that thing has trample, huh?
This isn't a mirror. They're playing a lot of vampires, but that's because they're playing red.
Yeah.
But otherwise, they're Gruul. They're not Rakdos.
The 6th land will actually be quite big here for letting me stabilize.
Yeah.
It's
CMC. Almost any card in your deck is on right now.
It's CMC. I'm also like not like, oh boy.
That is always a concern. If they didn't block at all, does that mean that they could kill us this turn?
I know.
No, they have played a Sedge Scorpion.
That hands-off Death Touch.
Okay. They want to get another blood. All right. Take 5, they get another blood token, they play something else, second main.
Hopefully we can just attack with our guest, make a blood, and get over.
Yeah. They can't play anything huge in their second main, is because they have at most 4 lands, because I think they haven't played one for this turn yet.
The worst case would be another copy of the Blood Vampire.
Right.
Oh, boy.
Or nothing.
Oh boy.
That's actually the best result we could have had for that.
Okay. It's awkward, but that's the one I want dead.
It's more power on the board. Okay. No matter what you chose, it was off. It was wrong.
All right.
They played that now, so not that big of a deal. You still have a 4/4 on the table.
Yeah, that also re-triggers on death.
Yes.
If I can get 1 blood. Them playing a land is actually terrifying. Yep.
They only gain 2 life off of that. That's not that bad. I mean, it's still a 6/6, which is bad, but...
Ooh. Alright, blood is here. Yeah, we have to discard this. That makes a blood on death. Okay.
All right, you actually have a pretty... Your board states are actually very similar at the moment, and yours is slightly better because their 6/6 will die to 2 blockers, and then it will summon up, you know, it will then deal 2 or more damage to something else that they have on board. So it's not that big of a deal.
Okay. So they have 3 blood, so their draws are going to be better than ours at the Mo. Yep. Sure.
Even on its flip, that's not that. It's not really a big change to the board state.
The menace is annoying, obviously.
But it flips into what, a 3/4 with menace?
Yeah, 4/3.
4/3. Okay.
Six attackers, 6 blockers.
Roughly equivalent total power toughness across both of them as well.
Yeah. Don't like letting it flip, but I'm worried we're dead to like a combat trick.
You're currently both just in top deck countries. The thing,
Yeah.
though. Like,
Problem is they're in better top deck country.
yes.
Okay.
All right. You can just flip the truck over for that, so that's not
Yeah.
a big deal either.
All out?
5 isn't good enough.
They're waiting for like an all out here. Oh.
Excellent. That's a death toucher. And you can get a blood for exploiting.
Yeah.
Too.
I'm also willing to take 2 damage for this.
Yep. Well, good time to use that blood. Or... yeah, alright. Probably just using it as the blood is more valuable than using it as a kill spell.
Yeah. We can play any draw.
Literally any draw in your entire deck,
3.
including a land. That's actually nice.
Okay, we need a life gain.
You do have a life gain source for like 2 turns running.
True.
Not a good one, but you do have some.
Okay.
There's just no clear way to attack it.
No.
For either of you. That's nice.
Playing lands. Blood tokens in
that could
play.
Yeah. It could imply really bad things or that they just did that on reflex because
Yeah.
they drew it. Highly symmetrical violence.
Yep.
Okay. The more blood that they use, actually, the better sign, really. That means that they, in fact, do not have things yet. It's just another guy, although it is a big boy.
Whenever Wedding Crusher, another wolf or werewolf you control dies, draw a card. Sure.
They have a wolf spirit on the table and another werewolf, so they do have 3 cards that do that.
Okay. I like that. That one's quite nice.
+2 power in first strike, right?
3.
Oh, okay. Actually, excellent then. They can probably read exactly what's going on here, but they probably don't have anything that they can do about it aside from maybe play their own and trade for trade that for one of your witches, right? Like, that's what I thought. Yeah, they had one of their own to do this exact thing, but that's okay.
That's good used because that would be like, they could have used that on like a trample creature to kill me, right?
Yes.
Whereas here, I get a blood for this.
This was net profit in your direction.
Problem is the board.
Yep.
With our 5 life and them having a menace creature, it is possible for them to kill us. Like if they push like this, yeah. All right.
This is where the game shifts irrevocably.
Yep. So.
Is Blood Tide's activation instant?
No.
No, the Blood Tithe, the Harvester, the one that
Also
has
no.
No? Okay.
I'm gonna crack this quick. There's an instant speed 3 damage spell that would be relevant to draw. Alright.
Now, there's a lot of things coming in. Are you better off getting rid of, like, 2 of your blockers for 1 stronger blocker, or to just block as much as you can?
The problem is I need to not die.
Yeah, so block as much as you can.
So, like... I will take 3 here. 1, 2, 3.
Which does mean you're dead to their own Sure Strike.
They used their pump spell last turn, and this is a top decked card. I just have to play as though it's a top decked card.
Yes.
Fuck me. All right. That would explain why they went in for it.
That one would have been hard to math out, like trying to solve the problem, because I think that there was no combination of
They're 0 because all
power toughness.
they literally could have played it on an unblocked creature when we died.
Yeah.
So there was no block that kept us alive there on that. And we needed to, like, the reason we could have left back the 3/3 and tried not to, like, use the Sure Strike and have that be defensive. But we also need, like, they still have a bunch of blood. This one looks great.
Yeah, that was a damned if you didn't, damned if you do, darned if you don't situation in the end.
Really?
I'm not that surprised.
Hmm.
It is a thing that can just come back for 3 mana at any time.
Fair.
It's a very mad skeleton.
We need our belligerent guests, which is really nice. I want them to play a 3-drop that dies to gift. I'll take 1. Do I want to flip now? I think I do.
I mean, it's just a dog in the way that has exactly the same toughness as the power of two of your creatures, right? So,
Yeah, and then just play these out. Go to town.
like, you could also gift a Fangs up the Belligerent Ghoul for 1 blood token, but I don't think that's worth it.
Nah.
Just let them trade with it. Because that's the one that they trade with, right? Not the witch? Or they're spicy. Which I don't know how spicy they could be to pull this off. Because even if they did have the vampire thing that they're dead next turn on board.
Yeah, the sweeper doesn't work here.
Yeah, the sweeper doesn't work here at all.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. See, and now we had all the blood this time. Surprised they did not take that trade. I guess they were scared of
very surprised
getting bit again, but like this deck is
going down to 7 against a player who is proven to be extremely on all engines is scary.
Like, we put something in the microwave and almost missed a game. Yeah, welcome to blood. That's the power of blood.
If you had curved out even close to something like that in the previous game, you would have won that.
Yeah.
You were managing to stall out that hard when you basically didn't have any effective plays for full turns. This is exceptional. Oh, sorry. That would have been exceptional if if that was in your starting hand instead. But oh well, not a big deal. This is the D'Artagnan motherfucker. I see. You're gonna put away that other swamp, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We don't need this garbage. Thanks.
That's cycling, baby.
Anyway. Do I want this off the table, or do I might just want to dead weight it and then attack with the witch? You know, they'd have to trade both their bodies.
Wouldn't it be better instead to put the Gift of Fangs on one of your harvesters and attack in, because then they'd have to do the same thing, but you keep the witch?
Oh, I can attack with both?
Yeah, like the harvester with the Gift of Fangs up and the witch.
Oh, sure.
Because that...
Which one? Is this my one that can attack?
That's the one that can attack, yeah. This is a 5/4, they would have to double block it to kill it. You keep a 5/4 round if they decide to block the witch and kill that. I just feel like this is more total power toughness on the board left over. with roughly the same results on their side.
Yeah, the Wolf Rider's nice to have as a final card here, too. Okay. That's very powerful. All right, I get it.
Okay, buddy.
All right.
Slam down another one somehow. You don't have any mana left, but do it anyway.
All right.
They can't swing in at all now either, is the thing.
No. They can try to train, but this is a 5-power thing. Like, good luck.
Yeah. Yeah, this makes sense. Feel like they're not going to play anything because they probably have 2 more small creatures that they want to play after.
Ooh.
That's really good. After you basically destroy more of their stuff.
Yeah. Let's...
I'm willing to bet any player who's played this more than a couple times is going to be very wary of any red player who's playing a lot of vampires. As a, like, they could have a Clasm, that one-sided Clasm at any time, you know?
All right, so we're going to start running into them. Okay. That's pretty good. Sack the 1/1, or the Wretched Throng. Or no one.
I'm not entirely sure why they're so confident they're bored, then? Did they really think that they can pump it really, really well?
Oh, boy. So they can kill this hearse if they come in with, like, all their creatures that get training. But, like,
Yeah.
they have to attack.
They'd be able to kill it in the middle of combat is the best that they'd be able to do.
Yeah. +1/+1 hexproof. Where am I?
What step?
Okay,
were you just on?
okay.
Okay.
God,
You
I'm
want to begin combat? Is that what
yeah.
what that was?
Yeah, that was me in combat. I was very confused because I had like multiple. All right, sweet.
When does the begin combat step ever become relevant in Arena? That's the big question, right? Like.
All right, here we go. I like that we have cemetery. Okay, that's not really relevant. I'm just gonna keep pushing in with the hearse until they stop me. Not discarding the other card, but nice.
One of those situations where you really, really don't mind having that Desecrator in your hand because you know that everything you draw in the entire deck right now is a good thing to draw and is useful. Even a land, and that would just put this on the table. It's like the one thing about like having only one extremely high cost card in a deck like this.
I'm gonna do a little bit of pushing, see if I can't get a little bit more off the board.
Mm-hmm.
Trading is advantageous to us because of like we have the dog.
That and also just you have a larger board, period. So
Yeah.
anytime you get rid of something that they have, then that is an upside for you.
All right.
And they did have another one, yeah.
They did not. No throng.
Oh. Never mind, they're just playing that as a piker. Okay.
It worked. It got me to not kill it because I thought they were going to get a new one. Sure.
That's a grandma sound. That's what grandmas make. So you can do -4? -4?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, your ancestors can do -6, -6, and your Desecrator can do -4, -4, I think. So
Syncopate for 1.
you know what's the secret is I think your opponent's deck isn't very good.
I think they wanted to be aggressive.
And they just flat out can't.
I'll get you next turn, Gadget.
Grandma is simultaneous both grandma and baby now.
They're gonna +2/+2 grandma.
Unbelievable. Grandma's so huge.
Grandma, you're huge.
Large old baby.
Grandma, please.
I think what they put down is the Orphan of Kos.
This has Death Touch, so
Yeah. I think they didn't read that touch.
woo! I love the way it spins. You're dead, right?
I think so.
I'm not counting.
They're not if they block everything, but they're incredibly close. They lose their board, they're dead next turn, kind of thing.
Yeah. All right. Good. We got the Vampire Desecrator. There's a White Wrath in rare, yeah. The one that's like sack a bunch of creatures. That was the reason I went for a card out of their hand. So if they had it, they had nothing left. All right. 5-1 with this deck. Damn.
One of the coolest things about this deck is how easy it is to have such a good-looking starting hand.
Like, damn, y'all.
This is why you build extremely low curve decks, just so everyone knows.
Yep.
It's to make sure that you can always start a game good. Up until turn 5 on a low curve deck, you're pretty much almost guaranteed a good hand. It's just once you've gotten past that point, it starts to become a little bit more dangerous, and you might not.
There's some blood. Also, once these flip, we'll get the life gain for the Bloodseeker, and then... Also, can play any draw. Every card is live right now. Oh no! I'm sorry, bounce the stinger? All right. I mean, if you insist. Anyway. Every card is again live. Egg? Whoa, egg. Anyway, that's their life total. Holy smokes, this deck!
I'm thinking that Black-Red Blood is actually an extremely powerful plan.
Yeah. First draft was what, 2-3? I think 2 and 3.
It was 2-3, yeah. And those 2 of those games, they actually went extremely well. It's just that once the deck just didn't function off of curves.
Yeah. Red feels really deep.
Yeah.
Like a braid at common
very
is
powerful.
like a braid at common, there's a shock at common, lacerate blood at common, Pong Sentry. Alright.
This is one of the more questionable keeps.
Yeah.
But it does have 2 plays. You need to draw a red for this to really function very well.
Yeah.
Farmer would be pretty nice to get down, but this is also pretty rough. This is actually pretty much the same hand, but slightly worse.
Yeah, I just replaced the Recluse with the Parasitic Grasp.
Might be fine. Like, I could see a world in which keeping the previous hand was okay, is the thing, and I think on that like possibility, this hand is actually slightly better.
I like it
because it
the
has the Harvester.
The Harvester makes it better because now we can
There
do
you
this.
go.
Yeah.
Now this hand is good. There it is. That's all you needed.
That completely changes it. Next turn I get to Recluse.
Yes. Suddenly this hand actually is a fully curving out, actually good hand. You might want to hold that for when you play the guy. Yeah, the guest.
Yeah. Debating what I'm doing here.
Because you can do the standard play of play Recluse, crack blood, put Grasp away, and then next turn you play the guest, and so on. Or you can wait on the Recluse until next turn and then do that. Plus possibly, you play guest this turn, you Gift of Fangs onto the guest next turn, swing in. There's a lot of different like avenues of play right here, and I think they're all good, is the thing.
So I'm gonna go guest because I want to draw a land to throw away to the blood. I don't want to throw away like good removal. Yeah, double strike my creature.
Not a human spirit. Interesting. I feel like because it's easy to transform Recluse, maybe a Celebrant would have been better, but it doesn't really matter too much, I think.
I want them to go double strike on the Ancestor, and then we kill it with Grasp. That's my want here.
Oh, I need to go put dinner away. I'll be right back.
All right. Hopefully I'll have this wrapped up. 4th land, that's pretty good. I really want them to double strike their creature. All right. That's fine. All right. Clean the board, everybody. All right. We have almost no resources left in hand, but... Okay. That's extremely good for us. We get another blood. We flip our farmer. We now present a lethal threat. They can lifelink, double strike from the grave, but they need a creature to do that. I want them to blood. Okay, that can gain first strike. That can no longer gain first strike. I think I'm gonna get rid of the hearse here. They can't kill my board here. They can, like, Fleeting Spirit and do some nonsense. That might be fine. Okay. Okay. So they lifelink and they double strike. Yup. So now they have a 3-1. Okay. Yup. Okay. Blood Harvester is a good answer to it. They have to flicker it, and if they flicker it, then it's no longer a problem. Okay. Another blocker. The thought process behind playing the 6th land was that my hand was mountains, and I needed to draw Gift of Fangs. If I could play Gift of Fangs right there while they were tapped out on their Fleeting Spirit, they have to flicker it. We get it. Obviously, it didn't happen, but like we're still fine with the outcome. Okay. That was the reason I looked in the graveyard as well. I was checking to see if I had already used my Gift of Fangs. Okay. Obviously means I don't have a land to discard here, but I don't think that's a problem. I can now flip this and have the Drain Life active. That's going to be really powerful. They can lifelink their creature, but I can just kill it next turn with the Tide Harvester, so I don't really care. Also, if they attack all out, like, they're going to have a lot more problems. Okay, Farmer, sure. Dragon Recluse, tapped out for it. Okay. If I want to kill anything, what would be the thing I want to kill right now? You're a 3/3 on the back. With, like, constant blood. I think I'll probably just activate this. I don't even bother doing trade-offs. Maybe I kill the farmer. Lifelink on the 5 to make it menace next turn? Maybe.
All right, how many games have I missed in the meantime?
None yet.
Oh, wow, really? Oh, they're really clinging to life, huh?
It's only our end step for this. So they want to use one of their bloods so that they can get the Recluse flipped. Why not the 3 damage? I didn't want them to trade with this card. They would have just traded with this on the 3/3, and that would have been way worse. This is a ground creature with no combat abilities. And if this card dies, we lose the game because I don't have my constant blood source to make my draws real. Because we aren't out of this. It's 5 to 26, but, like, they're on 3 cards in hand and have, like, super real shit.
Yeah, remember we're talking about cards with, like, things you would assume it has as a flipped-over vampire card. Those usually have flying. This one doesn't.
Okay, so there's their... So if we get a kill spell, that'd be really good, obviously. Did they have a kill spell for this? Black 1? No way. I don't believe you if you do. Yeah, that's why I checked if it was human or not. Okay, we're gonna hold this so we can discard the blood. They get to lifelink plus the drain 1. That's fine. Ooh, that's very good. That's very good for them. Recursion. Pick up a Desperate Farmer. Okay. Here we go. Blood is active. If I can get this active, the game's over, right?
Oh, for sure. Although, it's going to take a bit.
Maybe.
Well, on board right now, it's going to take 3 turns, right?
Yeah.
Be right back again.
All right. Doom Center, sure. Whoa! That's hardcore. Holy shit. All right. No hand left. One more turn. That's the last I've got of no blocks. That's a draw. We can finally play cleanup. Might have been better to save my, Ooh. Don't mind if I do, thank you. Alright, we're not cracking any more blood the rest of the game. We have 6 turns to kill them. Need some more blood in play. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 lands. There's 1 land left in my deck. There it is. And there's the flip. Kill spell on my summoner? They need to kill the summoner here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3. How many cards did we hit the 6 drop? It was a mulligan, so it is the bottom card of the deck. 3. There we go. At least we knew our final card was a removal spell, right? The big thing is, take a look at their grave here. 5, 10, 13 real cards, 14. 13 left in deck. You know what this hand is? There are 6 lands in play. Out of the 13 remaining cards, plus the 3 in hand, so that's 16 cards, 10 to 11 of these cards are all lands. So, that's the power of blood. Hey, Blink Dog. Put 2 of the Wrath. 1 became 1 by milling with the 1 card left. There were 2 minutes around that time. Yeah. Mill seems like something that could absolutely be happening. But yeah, Blood. Oh boy, Blood. That was a fun deck. If I click on packs, is it going to crash it? Yeah, I got my Midnight. I haven't opened my Midnight Hunt packs yet. Eat Hook Master. Fun Cat. Egg. Meat Hook Master is very cool. Pit Fighter. Blood.
All right, I just got back. What happened to Game 7?
So I had 2 cards left in deck.
Mm-hmm.
And we ended up, they lifelink back up to 25. We had to attrition them out with the Dog Maker. Because we had 26 cards in grave. And we flipped the Blood Bat Dracula. So we were just making a bat every turn, and we killed them before they milled us.
That's very impressive. So Blood seems really good.
Blood seems incredible. Suspicious Stowaway, aka Better Looter Core.
That just really reinforces the fact that every time they've done these generic token making,
they're always strong stuff.
They're always strong, and they're always good, and they're fun. That's like the most important thing about them. On top of them being good and strong, they're also fun to do.
Yeah. It seems easy to underestimate Blood. The trick about Blood that makes it underestimatable is if you compare it to Clues, right?
Yeah.
And the trick is, the cards that generate it don't generate it at the same rate. That's the worst card in the set.
The only card that generated Clues at a rate that you were generating Blood is Tireless
Tracker. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the only card that generated Clues extremely actively.
I have to get rid of these Midnight Hunt packs. I never opened any.
Because otherwise, other cards that generate Clues all the time was like Tamio's Journal, which generated them relatively slowly.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
That was effectively a JMJ Tome, a Brutal Cathar.
Yeah.
Yeah, blood is also much easier to fit into curves, costing 1.
It moving along and also doing discard and mill matter stuff on top of everything else also is great.
Yeah, let me.
Fundamentally, it kind of means that every single card in your hand has cycling, so long as you have the mana for it and the tokens for it.
Yeah, because like if I just go in here and I look at blood, like the cards that generate blood are like literally free on cards that are on rate, you know, above rate. This is a card that's on rate. This is on a first stringing piker that's on rate. This is just a freebie. Freebie on your activation on your exile. 2 free blood. Freebie on your threaten. Freebie on coming to play on a 3/2. And then like
on a 2 mana 3/2.
2 mana 3/2.
That's above curve creature.
Yeah, that's above curve. And like, and one thing about it too, blood. I think blood really makes black and red very powerful. Because they're the main way to, like, there's 1 white card, 1 blue card, no mono green card, and then like 1 dude here. You know, like
it's kind of interesting.
Blood is only in these 2 colors, with the exception.
It's kind of interesting being a card advantage, or rather, technically card neutral. But
yeah,
card pseudo advantage, card quality selection, card quality selection.
Yeah,
attached to black and red as the thing, as opposed to what usually gets it, which is blue and green. You know?
Yeah, like think of the psych. It is, you know, kind of like cycling likers, and they do give those to red. But black certainly is not. Like black had cycling likers in Amonkhet, but that's about
and in what was it called? What is Ikoria? It had an Ikoria too, I think.
I think every color combo had them in. Well, no, like in Ikoria it was red white. It was red white.
Okay.
Well, there's a card that generates a blood every time a spell is cast. You know, our opponent played that against us, and we got some free blood.
Yeah, if we were not a deck that loved blood so much and also drew a card that would stuff it immediately, that card could have been pretty dangerous. But it unfortunately was bad against us.
Yeah, there's just so many active ways to be making this. I'm sorry, what the hell is this? What the fuck?
Why isn't this the Brides of Dracula card?
Yeah, why isn't this the Brides of Dracula? Also, damn, I never want to be fighting this.
Nah, I really don't either. This is like, that's half of Olivia Valdarin's normal ability attached to a 6/6 Menacer.
That makes 6 blood on hit.
Yeah.
Because it's not deals damage to a creature or a player. It just deals damage.
It does that on block. It does that on attack. It's a Menacer, so it also will get through.
It also
6/6.
6/6 power in this format might as well be invincible to anything but, like, you know, black removal.
And also it activates on the ping because it's when it deals damage, not combat damage, and it calls out as it doing the damage on its ping.
Well, Purveyor is just another type of, like, sheep black creature with drawback. Goat Maker, Desecration Demon. It might be a little more powerful than those because it doesn't have an off switch, but handing your opponent blood is not free because, like, you know, if they're like a constructed deck, dig for removal. Hi, how you doing? You know, that sort of thing.
Yeah, I don't think that this is a mega power creep. I think this is a...
I think it's powerful, though. I mean, I'll give you that. It's cool.
It's a little bit power creep, maybe, just for the average power level of, you know, black... of cards and the creatures in general. But it's like... Listen, I like seeing black big guys with
I love them.
drawback.
I love them.
I love them. They're always good, because there was a long time where they stopped printing those, and I missed them.
Where's the troll? Yeah, like this buddy.
Yeah.
This is
love you, Clackbridge Troll.
This is the style of card I think of when I see that card. So, but yeah,
Clackbridge Troll, always remember, official best troll on the list.
but yeah, blood seems really powerful, and then by extension, obviously, like red and black seem very powerful in this format, especially because they don't seem to have a lot of misses at common.
No, that's the thing. Like, a lot of your deck was just completely viable, reasonable commons.
Yeah,
The thing.
and then we had like our couple of rares, or I guess we had our.
You had a couple of uncommons in the form of the Blood Tithes.
Yeah,
Blood Tithe guys.
and then our one,
you
and
did
then
have a
our one
couple
blood
of
caster.
You did have, I think, just that one was a rare, because I think the other one wasn't. Like, the one that turns into the 3/3.
Yeah, that one's a uncommon.
Yeah, you had a fair number of on-plan good uncommons, so that actually is something that can be hard to get, because, like, last draft, you only had, like, 2.
Yeah. Removal seems like it's very feast or famine, because, like, again, I was talking about red in the set. Red has Flame Blessed Bolt and a Braid, and, like, Sure Strike as a combat.
One-sided Chasm as well. Like,
yeah.
Vampire's Vengeance, that's an uncommon.
And Rending Flame is an uncommon as well, which is, like, high there. So, like, red could be, like, super aggressive like that. At the same time, all of that removal can't kill a 6/6, so, you know, your mileage may vary. The big thing about red that stands out is that, again, there aren't a lot of cards that I'm looking at here that are, like, bad. You know, okay, 2 for 2, 2 for 2. This thing's on rate. This is a good trick. Threaten generally gets the job done. This thing's on rate. This buddy's on rate, kind of better. I like this one a lot. I was pretty impressed by, we didn't get to play with it a lot, but I was pretty impressed by Honeymoon Hearse.
Yeah,
5/5's huge. As people are saying, like, big creatures not all over the place, so, like, throwing out something like that can't get the job done. But yeah, blue I was worried about when I was looking at it earlier, because there's a lot of commons that feel like funky for it. Oh my god. Uh-huh.
It's a pretty good cat.
That's a really good cat. Also, damn. 2 mana, you know, little Ophidian cat. Yeah, like, I don't know, I'm not a huge fan of Serpentine ambush here as a trick.
This is a weird card to be in blue as well.
Yeah, or like Steelclad Spirit, it has to be here because it needs to. You have to have a way to not die to like the early decks. But it feels like it really depends. But the big thing blue has is like infinite card advantage with this goddamn thing. You know, that at uncommon, and where's the common? Scattered Thoughts at common, which is instant. Look at 4.
Dig through 4. Yeah, draw 2.
And bin the other 2, which, like, could matter a lot. So
in the right circumstances, that's a gift ungiven.
Yeah.
You know, that's pretty good. if your card can be profitably compared to in the right circumstances to gifts ungiven at common, you've got a pretty good card there.
Yeah. Wonder if they'll ever print a good Serpentine ambush type card. They sure keep trying. The one that turns your creature into a craw worm for 1 green. But it's a sorcery. Yeah. It does work. Sometimes that's what you need. Yeah, also, one of the other things I've just kind of noticed with this set, just kind of looking through things, there's a lot of bombs at rare that just sort of end the game. Like, hey, dude, you ever think this card comes down?
Oh, you can't do anything about this.
Yeah, there's a lot of cards that just, like, when this card comes down, the game, God, the one we had last draft, the funniest shit in the world, this dude.
At the beginning of your end step, sacrifice a non-demon creature. If you do, create it. Oh my god!
So, in the game, our opponent played this. they played this on their turn, sacked a dude, and we went, well, we're Boros. What's our answer? My demon.
That's
And then
steal the hell, dude.
And then we just started making hell dude demons for the next 20 turns. And then they like alpha striked and won because they had more demons, but like it was very just demon, soul of a demon. And then this thing, like there's a lot of these cards that I just see at like 6. They go, oh fuck, I don't ever want to see a game where those come down.
Was Olivia's attendance? What was that rarity on that?
Rare. All 3 of the cards I just mentioned were at rare.
Right. Yeah. I didn't remember exactly what this one. Right.
Yeah, this
thing is pretty wild.
Yeah. The white card that I think is the Buster is much lower on the line. That's right here. What if Glorious Anthem made you 3 creatures and/or drew you 3 cards?
It's pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the Wrath in the set. I love this Wrath. I think it's really cool. So, anyway, that's going to be it for tonight. Thank you for joining, Doc.
Yeah, no worries.
Appreciate it. Hope you had fun and hope you got to learn about the Crimson Vow.
I did. This format seems pretty neat.
Yeah.
I am always fond of seeing a format in which Rakdos isn't garbage. You know?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
That's a thing.
You know, yeah. So always fun to have that.
Rakdos has a bad habit of being, in a lot of limited formats, worse Boros. You know?
It's had a pretty good time because like right now, this set looks pretty strong, and then Rakdos in the D&D set was like the top deck.
Yeah.
Because there were a lot of cheap sack outlets and threatens.
Mm-hmm.
And like sack outlets that you didn't even need to work for because you could venture for them, and it was So, oh yeah, I think next month they're going to be putting out a draft format that's both Innistrads combined. So that'll be fun to see. Anyway, that's
like you get a random pack of one of the Innistrad sets.
I think you get 3 packs of combo set, like all commons, uncommons, and rares of.
Oh.
Kind of like there's kind of like the Kaladesh remastered.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, late January. Okay, I thought it was late December, but that would make more sense to not do it like during. But yeah, so like it's all both the sets combined into one pack. I don't know if it's curated or not, so it's a little smaller, but maybe not. I haven't been reading up on the details, just that it exists. Yeah, exploit plus
so when you say
tokens.
both, what both does that is skipping Shadows over Innistrad and Eldritch Moon, or
when I say both, it's Crimson Vow plus Midnight Hunt.
Oh, that's what you mean. Okay, both. Sorry, I thought you meant
No, not
like
yeah. Shadows isn't on here yet. Fully, so.
Huh, weird.
Yeah, it's too far back of a set. Because it was like right before Kaladesh, right?
Was it? I don't remember. This is time.
I know. We're all right. Time is fake. Let's finish things up. Thank you all for joining, everybody. Follow if you want to catch more. Subscribe. Thanks to Strange MD for the sub and Kung Fu Fruit. Yeah, Fruit Salad Kung Fu for the bits today. If you want to catch more Magic, I'll likely be doing some more of this next week. Tomorrow, rather than Slay the Spire, I'm going to be playing some more Inscription. All hail the Mantis God. We are extremely hailing the Mantis God. We're weird. We are Mantis God Turbo all day, every day. So let's go. And then Thursday and Friday are Lightning Returns and Tails as usual. So anyway, thank you all for joining. You got anything coming up, Doc?
What day is it?
Today's Tuesday.
The 16th?
Yes.
Not really. I mean, something like 2 weeks. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
All right. So, all right. Thank you for joining. Have a good night, everybody.